go through and then handled by the grace of God.
I see.
And you're better.
I see. Yo, Oba can say, Parliament. And Yama be basi to the extent say, I found baby no, a hokrabe empty. As a son, I say, and that's who we
no quite so I don't know. And that's what we pepe. The time is set. So pepe. And then you get to see all of that as well.
I see. Into a man who every time being
within that angle, no, it will happen within the same year.
I see.
Within the same year.
Yo.
And we are caught from this year, about years to the end.
Okay. Where the prapra kwema afi ye mra de ekoso. O se nkom se ye mampeni John Dramani Mahama ebe weni akonya no last year August ema o the time no cry bibia daddy ema je say o se nkom no mani be mu clear. Nyankopon adom it came to pass.
Absolutely.
Say wa metina akonya so. Wa start yi na so afo. Ama chese sabri dia aka deputies ni kakra bia o de be kan nanka wa fulfilling the 60 ministers no kan so de ombe adwuma no. So far omampeni John Dramani Mahama na memuo ebe kosen. What can be brave but ebe kosen.
All right.
With the ministers now we you know.
We Okay. For the first time, two things will happen. I will see through time in its most amazing moments. There is going to be a lot of things that is going to happen. And those things that are going to happen is going to really cause a lot of shake-up in the system, in the government system that we are having. Most at one point in time, they began to shuffle ministers and shuffle appointments, which means I say wait here, now you find free alcohol, now you wait free, now you show, now you wait to now you shuffle. They were shuffling ministers. Ministers were being shuffled as I began to see that.
Time
Ending of this year.
Now Oben can say reshuffling there say a normal wait. Abain bia na dear nema omampeni John Dramani Mahama dear so different.
Because of the kind of reshuffle but the senior every movements, no, it will be very strange. Because some things will happen within June that will cause difference in the governance and things has to be changed. And once those things are changed, things will begin to pick up and then advance further. Now, say the government will start something that is very amazing. And once
your microphone
microphone, okay. So I think I should get closer to it.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Yeah. So as I was saying, it is going to be very much amazing in that angle. Say, as I told you earlier on, say governance not start here. It is a term of 4 years to be something else will continue, but I don't want to go further outside the 4 years. I want to maintain what is here. But the way you name here, not what is way far above. So we did that angle, no. I hope everything is set.
We are
fine. We are fine. Okay. So, from that governance angle, no, I told you, say, best start in a very, very strange manner. I think I said that a long time ago. And the situation is that a start here, the currency, the economy will begin to go downside. Because as the economy for being
okay.
They will remove their hands from it. Once their hands are going off it, in 3 months you begin to notice. 3 months from now, that is April, you begin to notice the country where we are heading towards is very dangerous. And as that angle begin to drift down, that's why I told you people there's only one thing that can happen in this atmosphere with President John Mahama as president.
Yeah,
the country will end up being one of the its best shape since the time of Professor Tamils. It's going to be in its best shape. That's what is going to happen. But before that, there is going to be a dive. The dive is what is going to be the problem. And the dive is coming in April.
Dive, how is it going to be?
the dive no is going to come in such a way, say, as a lot of people don't understand certain things. As for me, because I mean breaking in a very simplest form.
Okay.
So may use a certain example. Imagine say, oh sorry anopa, oh to atare so na atare na shi. Atare ne shi we na o say oh atare na shi o kwa go twitwu na o pep so den tarawe ni. O pie free bathroom na o call adwuma no so o betu car na engine so. So it will be a trend of happenings. What you say? A trend of happenings in the governance.
So obi be hwere ne nkwa ana se den dive no e ho no senia wo kyerɛ ade anim no kyerɛ mu kakra break ni down ne anti ase.
A bit dive, the economy will dive down.
Okay, you are talking about the economy.
Economy
okay.
And the system of governance.
Okay.
It will dive. By diving here, it will rise up again.
Okay.
It will dive in a way, say, Obiayembeshino.
A dive may take how long?
A dive it will take almost 8 months.
Ish.
That's not even an easy thing at all. And to be diving very deep. Now a dive here, it will be very different. But in December, the reason why there's a lot of shuffling is because you said one thing, you were asking one question. It's because there were certain funerals. Due to that, they had to put some people somewhere and remove some people from somewhere because some places were vacant.
Asemaba.
So that one is a different story on its own. But then we come back to the economy.
A funeral, no, me. So, how many funerals?
2 of them.
Sitting ministers and I say
CEO minister. But in that timeline, those things can be adjusted in time. That one we can bend the time for its sake. Yes. But then the shuffle will come because of one of them. I can't get a hold of it in the dimensions. But there's one important one we can bend and create something else by the grace of God. But mainly there will be shuffling as a result of that. Once that shuffle will kick in, yes. And then as we go forward with regards to the economy, economy no goes downside. But one thing I always say is be patient. Be patient.
Okay.
Because once the economy goes downside, we need to be patient. Once you have the patience, within the 2 years interval, there will be an elevation. Once the elevation starts, me who say you are starting developments. And I'm not talking about Greater Accra development, I'm talking about nationwide development.
Okay.
Infrastructure, hospitals, different kinds of setup. 3rd year in office. All those things will begin to happen. And it will begin to happen very fast. And it looks so impossible. They'll begin to build things that are so mega beyond your wildest imagination. And it was so amazing. I'm looking at it in time and it is happening. And it was so unique. But one important thing in time that I saw 2 branches in that specific angle. It's 2 branches. The president will sit down in the office. He will have 2 opportunities in hand. He will choose the other one, the opposing figure. Once he chooses the opposing figure, the trend of the 2-year timeline for us to exceed into success will break. Once that timeline is broken, in 2028, it will be a different story altogether. That does not mean M people win the election. That's a different story altogether.
If you had your bar, Mount Casasa now. See, President, there will be 2 major decisions I also taking.
Yes.
One, there.
The first major decision is about the economies. 2 things they will place before him.
Okay.
He has to choose within these 2 things. He has to choose whether to present the money into the agric industry, into the farming protocols, and secure that one. Or he has to present the money into gold. The president will present the money for gold in the first branch of time I am seeing. And once the money hits into that and its investment in the foundation, it will look beautiful in the beginning. The next thing you will see in news is $246 billion.
Ashe.
Into oblivion.
And what will happen after that?
Sorry, 243. Sorry, 243. 243. I want to be specific on the number. $243
billion.
Remember that number. 243. Yes, not 6. 243. Specific.
When so the figure account says no country about me, I say we 37. Me share chat to the name, Mr. $243 billion.
Yes.
A million, not billion.
Oh, a billion.
And how are we going to welcome this news as a country in timeline?
Exactly. That is what I was saying. Say it will create a lot of problems for the next step of election 2024. It will be very different.
2028.
2028, sorry. It will create a different story altogether for us. The whole angle and the whole thing, because the thing cannot be explained because it was through one man. They will temper. The person is sitting down trying to make the government better. Somebody is playing a different game altogether behind. And that's the first problem. Now, what I will say, to save us from this branch of time, we have to put the money on the agric.
Okay.
On the agriculture, yes.
I
don't know the agriculture minister. So if somebody says that to me, and Obisa say, "Maybe on the agric minister is your pescamana," I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I'm telling him he doesn't know me. I don't know him. We don't know each other.
Honorable Eric Opoku.
Because of this prophecy, Christ shouldn't, if he wants to know me, shouldn't try to know me.
Okay.
Yeah, you should stay away from me. Absolutely.
I see.